Well, here we are. We're on blocksworld, and we're here to do another tutorial-like video. Except we're not making something, we're simply showing something. What I mean by that is that a comment on a video I did asking, hey, do you have any questions? Just put a comment down below and I'll answer for you. And apparently, Stefan Nielsen said, show how to build a mech. And that's where our problem comes in, because I'm low experience with mechs, at least the ones I think you're trying to ask about, Stefan. But I tried to look into it, and I think I managed to get an answer somehow. But you did say show, so I'm just gonna see what kind of details I have to show you when it comes to making a mech. Now right here, this is a mech by a certain user. I actually didn't get their name, but I'll put it in the description, maybe, I guess. And there's a big old thing here, but I'm actually only going to remove the parts we don't actually need for this video. So we're just going to remove these parts. We're going to remove all the weapons off of this machine, because they're not relevant to what I'm trying to show you guys. And I just did the wrong thing. There we go. So the legs is usually what makes a mech a mech. The guns and whatnot can be put on anything. It's blocksworld, you can make anything a gun. The legs is what makes it a little bit of a challenge to make a mech. The arms too, but I'm just going to show the legs for this part. As you can see, if you go all the way down here somewhere, I bought 3 mechs from the shop. They're randomly organized in this thing, so I'm just going to bring out the other 2 so we can understand what we're going through. If it would like to show me. Here we go. So there's this one, which we already have. There's this other one. And there's this other one too. It's locked, but I didn't need to have it unlocked to show you what I mean. So just put those back, because then we can focus on this one. So these are the legs of this mech. They're all called mechs, except for the one that says war mech. So what exactly is going on with the legs here? So let's play it and see what it does. It just sits like that, and the left one is already forward, and that's mostly because it allows it to do this. Now, by itself, it looks pretty weird, but because of the fact I removed the top part, it makes it a little bit more wobbly. But when you work with it, it can be fixed. These are the main foundations when it comes to making legs for some of your mechs. Each mech is different, especially when it comes to legs. So let's go over the levitation blocks. Both of them are pretty similar. We have a alignment command, basically keeping it steady up straight. We have mover, which makes it move point forward with thrust, so it goes fast, so it actually speeds up. It doesn't slow down, because the legs don't actually do the actual walking. The thrust just pushes it forward. The walking actually makes it walk. And the easy turn just makes it easy to turn, and it makes it a little bit easier to drive. Now, I actually didn't know what these wheels would be used for, since I don't usually see that before, but when I put it down, I don't actually see it, so I don't know how much it does. Well, why don't we take them off and see if it will make a difference? It appears that we don't need the wheels, but they can be important, so I'll keep them on. Now, what's going on with the rotation part? That would be these 2. Each side has 2 rotating blocks, and both of them are completely different. We got a simple slab rotating piece, if you know what I mean, and a completely unnameable block that I keep forgetting its name about, as I mentioned. Now these 2 are very similar, except that one turns this way and the other goes to the other side. So basically left and right. Same applies to this side. It just is the opposites. And as you can see, it does a rotating motion that makes the legs go up and down. And the one right here, the centered pieces, keep it so it goes in a circular motion, as if it is walking. But of course, actual legs, like human legs, don't work like that, at least as far as I'm concerned. So that's basically the basics of these legs. But I can simply show you the details right here. And you already saw that. The wheels are not too important, but they can probably have a bit of a use. I just don't see it yet. Other than that, there's not too much to look about into these legs. The person who made this, they're pretty good. But hey, he's not the only one who made a mech. That's obvious. Next up is another mech. Let's go over this one, the easier one, as I would like to call it. Why is it easier? Because it uses these. These aren't actually legs, they're just treads, which means it's literally just a driving tank. Even though it's called a war mech. And that's probably because of the guns it's mounted on, but that's different. These are just guns. But what I like to point out is how he can extend these laser guns right here to make it longer, as if they're guns, real ones, not just lasers. And he even has some clever use of these special slanted blocks that can allow to make some pretty cool looking design here, especially with the window right here, or the windshield on the cockpit. But in general, this thing is rather simple and it's one of the easier mechs you can put together. Mostly because it just takes 2 treads and you can just pop him on and he's good to go. You can just add guns and you're good to go, as you can see. Even the rotating guns actually add a bit of an effect. Now I actually am trying to use this little gun on the front, but they don't even shoot themselves, so not too important to specify. Next is the mech I want to talk about. It's this one, this really basic one. It looks very simple, like it totally works. Like it just has 2 of these hinges right there. But on paper, it's not so great. Let me just lift it off the ground first. When you move it, this camera. So when you move it, it just moves. But at high speeds, it actually kind of makes the legs a bit funky like that. Like as you can see, it just gets stuck. And worst of all, it can get a little hard to let go. And the legs just go out of control at this point. But here it is on the hill, and it actually had a cool little motion there, but it's not as reliable. And whenever you're going up slopes, you're going to expect your feet to just drag onto the hill. Of course, you could like change its friction, but I can't actually change this thing's model, so I can't do anything about that. But let's go to the more like actually really cool looking mech, as if the other ones weren't good, because they're all good. Everyone takes their time on these, and it's important that you do, because quality is definitely better than quantity in blocksworld. So, is that it? Is that all? As far as I'm concerned, yes. There is a lot to it when it comes to making a mech. You gotta get the design, you gotta get the legs, you gotta get, well, not just the legs, literally anything that moves. And maybe even its weapons, depends on what kind of mech you're making. Making a war mech, then obviously you want all sorts of weapons on it. This guy went overkill on it. But there's always that one question, what are they used for? But regardless, if you actually look at this one right here, you can actually see there's a bit of like an arm thing going on here, so it's like a bit of a humanoid mech, because of the fact that there's legs and arms. So this right here is a pretty basic mech design. So it's basically a staple. And each part has its own unique part of the machine. We got our weapons, we got our visual design, we got our little character driving it, and we of course have our transportation. So that basically says it, that mechs are pretty simple, you just gotta look at it the right way. I hope this answered your question, Stefan Nielsen, and if it didn't, I'm sorry. It's as much as I can do. I may be experienced, but I don't know everything. That applies to everybody. But I think this might be enough information for certain parts. I mean, what do I know? I'm just someone who makes stuff. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.